Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content as well. I'm going to do a lot more videos now, just try and do a video a day and see how we go. Today's video is going to be about playing against the Najdorf. I thought it was a good game. Not the cleanest of games, but still really instructive as well. So this is the Najdorf when you play like this. This would be the dragon as well. This would be the Najdorf. But you could later on play this move and this move, which would be the Dragendorf, which I didn't even know that existed until recently anyway. So just keep that in mind. You can still play the Dragendorf if you want to have the best of both worlds. So this move, just pinning the knight here, and he's just pushing back. As soon as they start moving pawns, especially on the queen side, you know they want to castle on the king side. So just encouraging weakening his pawn structure, especially in front of his king. This move here is quite funny because he's attacking the knight, but we just castle and just ignore this threat. The reason why we ignore this is if he just takes, we've got this check in and we can take the queen. So usually does happen in against the French players as well. So just something you can keep an eye on, keep up your sleeve as well. So obviously he removes the the check to the king, and then we just run back. So obviously he saw it, and then often this will happen. They tend to take the pawn here. This pawn can often lead to being a poison pawn, and then we get some type of incentive here. And attacking here, like I said, this was my plan. Just upset, the king side for black, and often trying to get down here. So if I can get the rook on the 7th, piggies on the 7th is the saying as well. And this is already looking pretty good for white. So he is getting some type of an attack here as well with the two pieces, but we are defending the pawn. So his attack is not going to lead to anything else than this, it looks like. And yeah, we're just doubling up on the file here. This looks beautiful. And we just take. We didn't probably have to take. There's a few moves in this situation where we didn't really have to take here. Probably could have even taken the pawn here, but I'm checking in, and yeah, now he's in the center, getting the king in the center. Just checking, and taking a free piece. So checking here, and just taking a free piece. So that was fine for here. And we just take, and what are we doing? We're moving here, throwing in some other moves, and looking here, right? Sometimes you got to keep an eye. If you want to move your queen out, not so easy because he got this check in and we can block, but he can just take back and it'll be a back rank mate. So this is creating a flight square. So we want to make room for the king. Just a checklist just to make sure, just before you go in for the other attack. We can take these pawns now. Still, this is the key factor here as well. Trying to trap his king from moving forward. If our king can actually move up the board in an endgame, we can win the endgame as well. Just something to keep an eye on, and just eating up pawns and taking up more material again. And he's starting to make some move. Now he got rid of the flight square. Now this is becoming a threat, and now we're just blocking this. And we had to do something about it. We could either, defend against the back rank, or we could actually just block. And often you see these moves actually blocking with the pawns. It's a lot of moves, like these moves that you can miss in a game. So you want to make sure, when sometimes there's a big threat, sometimes just throwing a pawn, defending against the position and locking up the material. And then we're just taking more pawns. Now we can move in. Got to be careful. There is still a threat here. So this pawn is now pinned. There could be different ways they could go about it to actually hurt us as well. So queen goes here. Queen goes back, and then rook goes here. And all of a sudden we could be in total trouble here. Just something to keep an eye on anyway. So we're moving up the pieces, and then we've got this check. This is probably the messiest part of my game, where it sort of gets a little bit hard what to do in such positions here. So I did repeat a little bit, sort of sacrificed, hoping the knight and the queen would come in and take. Just checking here, getting this piece, like just threatening this move as well. There is a check here as well, so we have to react to the check. We just block. This move I did blunder, so I didn't actually realize in the game he could just take the knight. Luckily he didn't see that, and yeah, we check here. Then we move here, check again. Both players in the game are a bit lost in this situation. Then he plays here. Pause the video, see if you can find the best move in this situation, because I think we can even up the game here. And I think I played the next move, and it was a brilliant move, I thought it was. I actually played this move and threatening me, and you know what, if he takes here, we can take the rook, and we're threatening both these pieces, and I just thought this was a great move. And he takes, we take the rook. Now all of a sudden we're up material, and we've got an outside pawn. And he takes, we just take it, you know, just checking away. And the idea is we want to move back, we want to move this pawn all the way up the board. And just want to take our time. We could possibly go here, but then he moved away and defended. And then we start moving the pawn up the board. And then we've got this pass pawn. This pawn's coming up as well. Had the block. He's got a few blocks. This is what you call building a bridge. We want to sort of move out the way. Well, building a bridge is when you're blocking a piece in front of the king. We weren't doing that. We're actually trying to get out of the way and get our king out of checks. Because once he didn't have any more checks, then we had an easy game. And now he can't take this piece. Our king's quite safe. And yeah, and we just take his pawn. And now this is building a bridge. Now he can't check. And yeah, this is actually a known fact as well, building a bridge in front of the king. Just getting shelter as well, and black resigns because he got no more checks. He does have this move, but you know, we're just moving across, and it's only a matter of time before we promote here as well. But I thought it was a good game. I hopefully enjoyed it as well. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.